This is Chris from All Guns 101. So today, day 2 of the removal. I got the engine off, as you see here, and it's on my stand. I put 2 holes here, drilled out. At least have 2 nuts to support it on each side. This is what strap I used. I went out and bought giraffe or engine hoist or whatever you guys call them where you're from, to give me a hand getting that motor off. I'm a little bit too weak for about 350, 375. Stand's holding up nicely. I have my old gas tank here. Right now it's empty. I don't think I need it full, but if I ever get some shitty weather, I might fill that with water. So at the boat, basically everything's pulled apart. I'm maybe going to be able to lift this and separate it. I'm working on right now creating a clean line passage here to make sure I have nothing stuck, so when I go to pull the cover off, when I go to pull this off, I'll actually be able to move it easily enough. So hopefully, if all goes well, I'll have this separated and you guys will see what that looks like. So I'm gonna get to the point of now separating the top shell and the bottom. I don't know if you see it that well. I don't want to get in the boat again. I had to cut out the the plywood underneath, the corners, everything else. I had to come to the front, cut down here. I don't know if you see it that well. Same thing on the inside. I had to do the cuts. Now, luckily, we're at the point of separation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hopefully lift this up, pull it forward about 3 feet, maybe more, so I can start working on the transom. So we'll see how this goes. So this is where it's gonna start. This is ghetto. It's sketchy. It's probably very dangerous as well, but this is how I like to roll. So I got it completely off. As you see, the transom itself, I'm gonna try to cut out the exact same lines that the last person did. It should be easy enough. I have a really shitty job there, so that's gonna be easy. From there, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna have to clean up down here probably, because that is a mix. And I think they used resin at a point. The floor looks good, or as good as it's gonna get, I guess. Here I have nothing. Straight to fiberglass on the bottom, which is looks in good shape. Here's the top. When I mean sketchy, some of you might laugh, some of you might be terrified. How's that look? You know, it's not nice. Doesn't look good. It's probably really dangerous, but maybe I'll cut like a 2x4 or something and stick it underneath on an angle on this side, keep it level a bit. But she's off, so now it's the fun part. And at the same time, while I have it off, I'm going to go underneath and replace that plywood here, as you see, and probably take out the plywood on the inside, both sides. I'll show you around here. Plywood down there, redo that. It's going to be easy enough. And then I'm going to have to push everything back and close it up. So I know they're calling for rain for the next 2 days, so I'm really not going to be working on that transom. It's just going to probably accumulate water in here. But I'm not too worried. I have nothing of value. So we'll record as much as I can while I work. I'm going to have to take that out. And that piece right there, that's the bottom part that's missing over there. It looks like they epoxied it. It looks like epoxy. It could just be a whole bunch of really bad resin job. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like shit, so I pulled it out. So that's going to be part 2. At the same time, I have a flat tire, which is going to be fun to do. That's part. So this is going to be where we're going to finish today. I've been using one of those oscillating tools, and I've been cutting out basically all the fiberglass on the inside, and that's when I'm noticing that it was pretty bad, the wet rot and dry rot. Those are completely sucked in, and I'm basically pulling the wood apart here. Nothing but my fingertip. So it looks to be about 1.5 inches. Sorry about the mess. About 1.5 inches, I would say, by eye, for the wood replacement. So I'm gonna get 2 sheets. Maybe I can get away with 1 sheet. I'll have to measure it out. Of a 2x4, of pressure treated plywood, because that's what they told me to get in the area, pressure treated. I'm gonna go put stuff away, and I think it's gonna be a night before the rainstorm hits. What kind of sucks is the boat's the opposite angle, but since I have the front end of the boat leaning, I don't want to fuck around really. So that's gonna be part 2. Stay tuned for part 3. Part 2, so stay tuned. There's going to be a 3rd, 4th, and probably a 5th part, step by step, that I'm going to try to do every time I do some work on the boat. So subscribe, enjoy, and keep an eye out for more videos.